the second video on this lineup, we're going to talk about the event phase and magic phase of Freeblades. So, Jeff, the very first thing you do in the game, the
Yeah. It's the events phase. Yeah, we
event
talked.
phase.
Yeah. It's the events phase is our very first game. You have it right there, Brandon. And so in the events phase, there's a couple of things that are going to happen. But for this video, all you're really going to do is roll initiative. Every events phase, you roll initiative, and that's going to determine who the first player is for that turn. And then, in future turns, that might shift or change around.
So, say I am rolling initiative. What is that?
Yeah, so to roll initiative, you're going to roll a 10-sided die, and both players will. And the player who rolls the highest will be the priority player that turn. They're going to move their figures first and do things first.
Do I play my entire turn or does it alternate?
It's going to alternate by phases. And so you're going to play your magic phase, then your opponent will do their magic phase, and you're going to do your movement phase, then your opponent, shooting, opponent. Melee is going to work a little differently though. But
Okay.
you'll get to pick the order of melees. So that'll be good.
No. Well, let's see if I win.
Yeah.
Moving on from the events phase, let's just say I win because I love winning.
You win priority.
That means I get to go first in the magic phase, right?
That's right. Yeah. So
Okay.
you get to cast first. So how casting works is you're going to select your Sunbringer that we have here on the table.
Okay.
And he is going to choose to cast the spell. Now we see that earlier in our battle here, your Kashark, the guy on the dinosaur,
Ooh.
has taken a wound earlier in the battlefield, and that's represented by this token here.
And he probably hurt himself because there's no way you're hurting me.
Yeah, that's 100% correct. He definitely didn't get stabbed by my Kolakar. Yeah. And so your Sunbringer wants to heal that life point off your Kashark there.
Of course.
So to do that, he's going to spend 1 power.
Okay.
And then he's going to need to cast the spell. And we see he needs to spend the 1 power because this is a 1 power spell. Then to cast, we see here on his stat card that he has a CAR or caster ability rating of D10. So he's going to roll a D10. And in our game, all spells are target number 2. We talked about target numbers in our last video there.
Yes, we did.
And so you need a 2 or higher to get the spell to go off.
That seems pretty easy.
It does. So let's roll. And I see here that you got a 4. That successfully gets the spell to go off.
Easiest game of Freeblades I've ever played.
Right? And so my fire wizard over here, he is not keen on you healing that life point off. And so one of the great things about Freeblades is you can react to what your opponent does during much of the game. In many of the phases, you can react to it. And so in this case, in the casting phase, my fire wizard can react to you healing that life point off. And I'm going to do that. However, our magics are opposing. You're a spirit user, and I'm a fire, which is an energy user.
So kind of akin to clerics and wizards in Pathfinder.
Yeah, arcane, divine is a great way of doing it. Spirit magic deals with the mind and soul, while energy magic deals with the physical elements that are around us.
Okay.
All right. And so because of that, we are opposed magics. So to counterspell, I need to spend 1 additional power from what you spent. So you spent how much on your spell?
1.
1. Great. So I'll spend 2 power.
Okay.
And then I'm going to roll my die. And let's see if I successfully counterspell you. I got an 8. So that successfully counterspells you.
Yeah. Is there a threshold that you need to counterspell by?
Yeah, this is a type of test where I'm trying to stop you from doing something. So I need to beat your roll.
Okay.
So I was looking for a 5 or higher to stop you from doing this.
Gotcha.
And so I successfully stopped you from doing this. And so unfortunately, your Kashark stays wounded.
He does, yeah, sadly.
Yeah. Now I'm going to go on to cast a spell, and I'm going to try to cast a flaming weapon on my Jendal Blade Seeker there. However, it's going to follow the exact same procedure that we just did. And so now you guys know how to do the magic phase, and you'll be able to counterspell me. And so both players will go back and forth on that.
So both players get a chance to cast, and both players get a chance to counterspell.
Yep, and there's certain restrictions on counterspell. You can read those in the magic section on in the living rule book there.
Cool. And that'll conclude our events and magics phase video. The next video in line will be movement phase. See you there.